Hello and welcome to another one-on-one series at SkyPod. Today we have a very special guest with us. He is Mr. Nasif Kayed. He's the founder of the Arab Culturalist. And moreover, Arab Culturalist, briefly, sir, if you can tell what is Arab Culturalist, very briefly.
I always say that I culturalize people. I take people from not having a know-how of what is the Arab or Muslim or Emirati particularly culture to understanding it in a light-hearted way.
Okay. So one keyword that keeps getting highlighted when you talk about the Arab culturalist is cultural intelligence. So can you tell us a little bit about cultural intelligence, the importance of it in a business scenario?
Well, for me, in my view of things, that when you become intelligently in the culture area or arena, that means you are able to understand the importance of culture and how to go about understanding culture, how to communicate your culture to other cultures, and how to understand other cultures and the value of other cultures.
Okay. Do you feel that young entrepreneurs are overlooking this cultural intelligence part of it when they are starting up a business or setting up a business?
Some, yes. Some don't feel there is a value in it and they lose and they regret and there is no way to go back. Because a lot of times is the first impression, is the first encounter. And if you make a big mistake that kind of bring things to a halt, where it's disrespectful in action, verbally or body language, that could end the deal.
Okay. Do you feel that, I'm sure you feel that those who have this cultural intelligence have a competitive edge compared to others who don't. In what aspects, though?
Well, not to focus on culture intelligence as if you have to go read about it and understand it and certify, because cultural intelligence is like, almost like a protocol of having to do things a certain way. No, you need to allow yourself to understand that culture is important, understanding is important, and so therefore how you want to go about understanding somebody else's culture, it's your prerogative. There is many avenues, many ways to understand and learn about culture, but to have the fact that you understand it's important. Do not neglect the value of understanding culture when you are about to travel, when you're about to visit, when you're about to do business with somebody else. That is without a doubt about it.
Considering the Arab business scenario, do you feel that there are sometimes, a hesitation or an apprehension to fully, especially for expats or people outside UAE, to fully absorb this cultural aspect and then go about doing things their way?
Yes, all the time.
Okay.
All the time. It's very unfortunate. And then they are very disappointed in the reply or the response from the way they get treated. Sometimes they lose the opportunity to do business. Sometimes they get a violation, such as like the dress code out in public. But it is we, the human being, it is up to us to try and understand that one of the very first thing to respect is the protocol of where you go in. You come to this university, you have to abide by its rules and guidelines. You go work for a company, you sign a contract. So when you come to travel and go visit another culture or live in another culture because of your workplace or your work assignment, you should understand what is the protocol there. What is the understanding? What is the etiquette? If you don't, you will sooner or later have a crash or a clash with a particular subject matter that you don't understand very well.
We are in an era of social media, and social media has so many misconceptions regarding culture. If you were to debunk or bust one of the myths that are probably, running all over social media right now, what would that be?
Arabs' history started after oil-rich Arabs. A lot of people lack the knowledge of that there was many beautiful elements to the Arab culturalist Muslim culture. How far back does it go? It's painted negatively, unfortunately, and like the joke that says, "You guys have oil. Where else do you have?" I say, no, there's many Arab countries actually don't have any oil, but they have great culture and great history. And our history did definitely start before oil.
Are there a lot of taboos in the Arab culture? For example, in the Indian culture, for that matter, left-handedness is considered bad, or it's a taboo. Uh, uh, what about Arab culture? Is left-handedness considered bad?
Left hand is not considered bad. The proper is to eat with your right hand, even if you are born and raised and created by God. I always make the joke. I say, if God created me left-handed, left side brain, so how in the world is He going to be very hard on me about not, using my left hand? No. The etiquette is when we eat all from the same place, we eat with our right hand, but we leave our left hand for like to cover your mouth when you sneeze, when you cough, when you yawn, when you grab something away from the food. So only you use this, and it's the hygienic one with 100% clean that goes and touches the food. The concept here is what is a taboo? Foul language. For us, it's very important that you don't use foul language as you speak between words, which is many people, and especially younger generation, because of the social media, MTV generation, they feel like, oh, it's okay to say certain words. No, it's not okay. You have to speak politely and nicely and gently.
What is an eating custom that is your personal favorite, or something that you like to highlight?
For us, rice and something, rice and fish, rice and meat, rice and chicken. As long as it have rice, it's good food. If it doesn't have rice, then I don't know about that.
And you thoroughly enjoy eating with your hands.
Absolutely, because for us, it's really where we learn that the flavor is in the touch of the hand and the feel of the hand.
And last but not the least, you are an avid coffee lover. Do you have any stories associated with coffee, and what kind of coffee do you like personally?
Look, I just simply love our traditional, original Arabic coffee, lightly roasted with cardamom and saffron if possible. This is my favorite. It's few sips, like an espresso shot, but it's the original of Arabia, which is what we call Arabica beans, Arabic coffee, which is very unknown to a lot of people, the history that Arabs invented coffee, actually. And it used to be called Gahwa. So for me, Arabic coffee supersedes everywhere else, everything else.
Do a lot of business deals happen over the Arabic coffee?
Very much so, because it's you called bread and salt. You know what I mean? You break bread with somebody. When we are sitting relaxed and we are being genuine and getting to be honest with each other, sipping coffee is very much liked and enjoyed by our culture.
Okay, the last question. What is your favorite Arabic greeting? If you were to get into a business meeting, what would be, other than the normal ones, what would be your favorite Arabic?
Salam alaikum is the actual, really most welcome, yes. But, for local culture, whatever, we could say marhab, shhalkum, which means how are you? This is, something that we say, with marahib, which is, many welcomes, many highs, But yeah, it depends on the background of the person. What is he comfortable or she comfortable with? And usually the greeting back is marhabtain, halabik, something like that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for this capsule podcast. Although we wish we had a longer one, but thank you so much for starting and taking time out to be a part of our podcast.
Thank you so much.
All right, stay tuned for more one-on-one series on SkyPod.